Hello friends, my name is Bharat. Uh, we will be doing some important topics related to mathematics and we will be doing some other things also. So today's topic is how to draw the graph of polynomial function, as you can see the title. Now we all know what is polynomial function. Polynomial function in general form is written like this, and it can be of the in this particular case it is a general equation. It is of nth order or nth degree, hence the roots or the zeros are n roots or n zeros. Now question arises, what are zeros? When the graph cuts the x-axis, those points are called the zeros. Cuts or touches the x-axis. Now if the n is equal to 2, it becomes quadratic equation. If n is equal to 2, it is called quadratic equation. And if n is equal to 3, it is called cubic equation. So it is very simple to factorize the quadratic equation, or you can say solve or find the zeros of the quadratic equation. But cubic equation or any uh, higher degree polynomial function, it becomes difficult. So in this particular this video clip, we will be doing the cubic equation or higher ones, and that is basically done based on three basic rules. One is called Descartes rule of signs. This is one which we will be studying. Second is called the rational zero theorem. And third, which we will be using, is synthetic division. Now these three theorems, or you can say rules, these have different purpose or benefits. Now first, in case of first, if I am talking about the first one, that is Descartes rule of sign, it tells us whether the roots are real roots or imaginary. If they are real roots, whether they are positive roots or negative roots. So this is the first Descartes rule tell us this. We'll take an example and tell you. Now second is the rational zero theorem. Since we know that the degree of the polynomial function describes the number of roots. So how many of these roots? Now there can be, suppose I am saying I'm taking a cubic equation. Now let's take an example. Suppose the equation is x cube minus 5x square plus 2x plus 8. Suppose this is a function. We know that there will be three roots, and through Descartes we will find out whether they are positive rational roots or positive real roots or negative real roots or imaginary roots. But now what are those roots? There can be, so we have to find a way in which we can at least minimize our you can say solutions, so that we can easily find out the roots. Now first, starting with the Descartes rule, you see this, the sign of the coefficients. It is positive here, it is negative, then positive, then positive. So positive to negative, negative to positive, positive to positive. So the sign changes are two. Let me write sign changes in fx are 2. That means there will be two positive real roots. Now if I want to find out the negative one, so I have to replace x by minus x. So f minus x is equal to minus x cube minus 5 minus x square plus 2 into minus x plus 8. Minus x cube becomes minus x cube. This becomes minus 5x square minus 2x plus 8. You can remember that whenever there is an odd power, the sign changes, while in case of even power, the sign does not change. So let us see what happens now. This is negative, 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 and positive. So no change, no change. Over here, one change. This shows that there will be one negative real root. Now we make a chart in this way: P, N, I, and T. P stands for positive root. Let me write it over here. Positive root. N stands for negative root. I stands for imaginary roots. And T stands for total roots. So, making the chart, what we find out was P, that is positive roots, were 2, negative root is 1. Total, we know that there are 3 roots because it's a cubic equation. So obviously imaginary root will be 0. This is our one, you can say this is one possibility. Now second possibility, we have to subtract a even number, that is 2, from the above given numbers, that is these ones. So I'll subtract 2 minus 2. This becomes 0. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. And so you see, what does this mean? 0, minus 1, these are the number of roots. Can it be negative? No. Can it be negative? No. So it cannot go less than 1. So, or less than 0, you can say. So over here we will put 1, and the remaining, since total has to be 3, so the remaining will be 2 imaginary roots, and we know that imaginary roots always come in the pair. For example, a plus minus iota b. So it has to be 2. So out of these two cases, which will be our case? That also we have to figure out. Now further going, let's use the second rule, that is this one, this rule, that is the rational zero theorem. Now how to figure out the rational zero theorem? In this, factorize the constant, find the factors of this, and find the factors of the leading coefficient. So the leading coefficient, what is the leading coefficient? That is 1. So the factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, and 8, and it can be plus minus, right? Similarly, factor of 1, that is a leading coefficient, that is plus minus 1. So the rational roots will be, we have to divide the factors of the constant with the factors of the leading coefficient. In this case it is x cube and the coefficient is 1. So the possibility is that plus minus 1, 1, 2, 4, 8 divided by plus minus 1. So possible roots will be minus 8, minus 4, minus 2, minus 1, 1, 2, 4. Let me write it properly. 1, 2, 4, and 8. So here we see that there is one negative root. So obviously our focus should be on the negative first. Now which among these will be the uh, will actual root? So suppose now in this case, to find out, we will be using synthetic division. Now first, using synthetic division, first take the coefficients like this: 1, -5, 2 and 8. Write down over here 1. What was the next one? 1, -5, 2 and 8. -5, 2 and 8. So suppose I take -1. Let us see whether -1 suffice or not. Bring 1 down. This is a way we do the synthetic division. Let me write over here. Synthetic division. Now 1 -1 multiplied by 1 is -1. Add these two, -6. -1 into -6 is +6. Add these two, this become 8. Then -1 into 8 is -8. Add these two and it will become 0. So that shows -1 is one of the roots. So now I can write it like this: x cube minus 5x square plus 2x plus 8 can be written as x plus 1 into x square minus 6x plus 8. Now the further roots will be x minus 4 into x minus 2 into x plus 1. So now you can see that roots are -1, 2 and 4. So what does it imply? These are the two positive roots and this is one negative root. That means, coming back to where we started, the Descartes rule, that shows that this is going to be the case. The second one is not acceptable. This is not required. So by using Descartes' rule, we came to know that there will be two positive roots, and by using rational theorem, we found out those two positive roots and one negative root. Now, obviously, we have to draw the graph. So, synthetic division also we have used, rational zero theorem also we have used. Now, we will be drawing the graph. Let's make the x-axis and y-axis and try to draw the graph. Let's write first the equation again. This is fx is equal to x cube minus 5x square plus 2x plus 8. So I will be drawing this is our x-axis and y-axis. Let's mark the point. This is suppose -1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 2 are our roots. -1 is also our root. Now focus on the constant. Since the constant is positive, so the graph will go up at this place like this. It will go like this, and at -1, since it is a cubic equation, it's an odd degree. You can remember odd with opposite, so the direction of the graph will be in the downward direction. Now we know the points where it is meeting the x-axis, that is -1. Let me mark it properly. 2 and 4, right? So, and we know that At -1 it is going down, so it will be going like this, then like this, it will be doing like this something. Okay, now how it will behave further, we can find out the value of y when x is 0. See, when x is 0, what will be y? 0 cube, put x is equal to 0, minus 5 into 0 square, plus 2 into 0, plus 8. That is, y will be 8 or fx will be 8. So somewhere it will be like this. Maybe here it is 8. Roughly we are talking. So the graph will move like this. And then this. Now somebody may ask why it is like this plus minus. That can also be used by one theorem called wavy method, you can say, wavy curve method rather. Wavy curve method. Now see, make the number line and mark the roots on this. Now the roots are -1, 2 and 4. If the coefficients of x, all the coefficients of x are positive, see, the number line has been divided into 4 parts. This is one part, this is second part, third part, fourth part. So the signs will be, first will be positive, because the coefficients of x, all coefficients of x are positive, or you can place any value more than 4. Suppose I put x is equal to 5, what will happen? If I put x is equal to 5, y or fx will be equal to 5 plus 1, 5 minus 4, 5 minus 3. So this will be positive, this will be positive, positive, all positive, so y has to be positive. Therefore positive sign over here. I hope you get my point. And between 2 and 4, it generally, it is alternatively, so signs will be negative, positive, negative. Note that these alternative signs will be there only if the powers of each factor is 1, 1, 1, 1. If the factors are even number, then the signs will not change, number one. Secondly, the powers of the factors are called multiplicity. Multiplicity. So if the multiplicity is odd, the graph will my handwriting is a bit poor, so excuse me for that. When the multiplicity is 1, that is the power of the factors is odd, the graph will intersect the x-axis. And if it is even, if the multiplicity is even, the graph will touch the x-axis. So now you can see I have written when the value of y is positive, when it is x value is greater than 4. So you can see it is positive over here, the graph is going up. Between 2 and 4 it is negative, and between 1 and -1 and 2 it is positive again, and beyond -1 it is negative. So I hope you have understood. I have given you one example and tried to explain these 3 basic rules. One is Descartes, another is rational root theorem, and third one is synthetic division, which we can use to draw the graph. Now let's do one more example and then we will wind up this class. Now coming to the second question, suppose I take the second question. Let y is equal to minus 2x cube minus 18x square minus 48x minus 40. Now we have to draw the graph of this. So obviously, drawing the graph, first step is to find the roots or the signs of the roots, then find the roots, then draw this on the graph using whatever we have taught you earlier. Now what are the factors of minus 40 or 40? That is 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20 and 40. I hope not beyond that. And the factors of minus 2 is plus minus 1 and 2. So these are the factors. So you can say that the possibility is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I divide so by 1, then it will be or write like this, plus minus, it will be 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, 40. If I divide by 2, it will be half. 1 we have already written. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so I am not writing that. Now 4 divided by 2 is 2. See, 2 divided by 2 is 1, it is already there. And 4 divided by 2 is 2, again it is already there. So we won't write. 5 divided by 2, yes, that is not there. 8 divided by 2 is 4, that is there. 10 divided by 2 is 5, that is also there. 20 divided by 2, that is 10, that is also there. And 40 divided by 2 is 20, that is also there. So these are going to be our roots. So we can see how many roots are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and double that. That is among 18 we have the option to find out the roots. Now again going further, let's first see the using Descartes' rule how many positive or negative and how many imaginary roots by drawing the PNI chart or PNIT, you can say. P stands for again positive, N stands for negative roots, I stands for imaginary roots, T stands for total roots. So total roots are 3 obviously. Now do you see any change in this? Negative, 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 negative. So there is no change. So the positive roots will be 0. Now coming to the negative, y can be written as fx also. So what is f minus x? This is minus 2 into minus x cube, minus 18 into minus x square, minus 48 into minus x, and minus 40. So it becomes minus 2x cube minus 18x square plus 48x and minus 40. So now coming to the sign change, positive, negative, one change, negative to positive another change, and this is another change. So there will be 3 negative roots. So let's write 3. Obviously total is 3, so imaginary will be 0. Now subtracting 2 from the negative roots, it becomes 1. So imaginary roots will be 2 and total obviously is 3 and P positive root is 0. So among these there are 2 options. Among these 2 we will be having the answer. Let me now try to figure out. Yes, so there is one negative root is there. So how to start with? See, the roots are, it will be minus 40 or minus 20, minus 10, minus 8, minus 5, minus 4, minus 2, minus 5 by 2, minus 1 and minus half. So these are the possible negative roots. Now either we can take arbitrarily, or we can uh, take the middle ones. Suppose I take let us take minus 2. What happens with minus 2 using synthetic division? So the factors were minus 2. These are the coefficients, leading coefficients of all the uh, terms. Minus 48, then minus 40. We are taking minus 2. Let us try to see. Bring minus 2 over here. Multiply minus 2 with minus 2. It becomes 4. Place 4 over here. Minus 14. Minus 2 into 14 is 28. So it is plus 28. Subtract minus 20. And this becomes 40. So 0. So 2 is our one of the roots. So, and this is a negative root. So x minus 2 into the equation can be written like this: minus 2x square minus 14x minus 20 equal to 0. So further we have to find out. Let's take minus 2 as common. So minus 2 into x minus 2 into x square plus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. Minus 2 into x minus 2, the factors will be x square. You just break this, sum should be 7 and the product should be 10. So 2x plus 5x plus 10 is equal to 0. Minus 2 into, I can write like this. This implies x plus 2 into x plus 5. I hope there is no issue in this quadratic, because quadratic is generally, you people know this, how to factorize. So now you can see that the roots are x is equal to 2, x is equal to minus 2, x is equal to minus 5. I think some issue is there. I have done a mistake. See, it has to be plus. It has to be plus, plus, plus. So this is minus 2. Okay. So you can see the minus 2 is coming twice. So basically the factors, now this fx can be written as minus 2 into x plus 2 square into x plus 5. Now we have to draw the graph of this function. We have to take many things into consideration. First, the roots, then multiplicity. In this case, the multiplicity is 2, and in this case it is 1. So here it will touch the x-axis, and in this case it will intersect the x-axis. Now let's try to draw this. Minus 2 and minus 5. This is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, and minus 2. So these are your roots. Now as let us first of all see the signs of this. This is minus 5, minus 2. Put any value more than minus 2 in the given function. Suppose I put 0, because 0 is greater than minus 2. So the value will be minus 2 into 0 plus 2 square into 0 plus 5, so it is going to be minus 4 into 5, 20 minus 40, so it is negative. Again, as I told you, if it is a square even, then the sign won't change. You can put any value, you can see also. Suppose I put minus 3 between minus 5 and minus 2, it's minus 3. So minus 2 into minus 3 plus 2 square into minus 3 plus 5. This is minus 3 into 1 square or minus 1 square, and this is 2, so it is negative 4. So that is their sign negative, right? And over here it will be positive. So the graph will be, see, here the graph will be under the curve, and beyond minus 2 also it will be under the curve, and above and less than minus 5 it will be above the x-axis, right? Now coming again to the equation, let's see what was the equation like. Yeah, let me write the equation again. Yes, just a minute. Yeah, the equation was minus 2x cube minus 18x square minus 48x minus 40. So minus, the constant is negative, so at minus 2 it will be going down, and the leading coefficient, the power of the leading is cube, it has to be opposite, so it will go up. Let me draw in a different color like this and erase this one. It is negative. Here it is touching, so it will be like this, something like this, and over here it will be something like this. So it's not exact, but it gives the shape. Obviously you can find out this point also. Put x is equal to 0, you will get the value of y. It will be, see, minus 40 may not be up to the scale, but it's something, the graph shape will be like this. So over here, with the two examples, we tried to learn the three rules. In my next video, we will be doing further few more questions on this, and I hope you have understood and enjoyed. Please, if you like, show that you like it, subscribe it, and comment on it. That's all. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Love you.